the lights go low. Dallas storming on the road. From the shadows of defeat, we gon' let our glory show. Rules were never broken. Scars speak what we know. Cowboys ride through the fire, 'cause that's how legends grow. Gotta move on from the 90s, watch it fade into the night. Time to chart our legacy, everyone's down to fight. We upgrade, reload, Williams in the backfield running fast. Turpin speed, Lamb and grace, even when the rain hits we don't crack. Follow back to set the edge, pass rush ready, spirit pledge. Injuries trying to take our bones, but the soul stays undefeated. Depth chart, shift rookies rise, ultimate prize, I need it. Through the injury, through the doubt, we got dreams, we gonna shout. Even when the crowd go quiet, I drive like the riot. We rise when the lights go low. Dallas storming on the road. From the shadows of defeat, we gon' let our glory show. Rules were never broken. Stars speak what we know. Cowboys ride through the fire, 'cause that's how legends grow. Coach Schottenheimer calling plays, new era, new ways. We learning how to win again, climbing out of yesterday's. Dak Prescott still that leader, voice steady when the world shakes. Brotherhood in every huddle, hustle in each move we make. Aubrey's boots spring with ice, 6'4" yard code, that's precise when the game tight. His clutch becomes the norm, no room to think twice. GP, hungry eyes, stepping up where others rise. We chopped the doubt, we saw the hope. Season's ours, we'll take the prize. It's more than stats, it's heart and trust. More than fame, it's grind and blood. When the lights dim, we still combust. When they doubt, we adjust. We rise when the lights go low. Dallas storming on the road. From the shadows of defeat, we gon' let our glory show. Rules were never broken. Stars speak what we know. Cowboys ride through the fire, 'cause that's how legends grow. So stand tall in the cold, in the rain, in the fight. Every dawn demands a warrior, every night we see the light. Dallas, you're more than just a name, you're a story in the flame. We put in work, we earn the crown. Next march, next game, we don't care about the haters, always got something to say. They're the barrier in front of us, standing right in our way. And I know everyone doubts us as we're chasing down our dream, as we're holding the law body chain in America's team. We rise when the lights go low. Dallas storming on the road. From the shadows of defeat, we gon' let our glory show. Rules were never broken. Scars speak what we know. Cowboys ride through the fire, 'cause that's how legends grow. How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan, born to battle. Start on chest beats we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the star shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the angry Cowboys fan. And Cowboys Nation, I know it's late. I know it's late over on the East Coast. It is 10:57, but I got to try this out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Y'all go ahead, put a 1 up in the chat if you can hear what I'm saying. But it's been a while since we've gone live. I actually saw somebody say it up in the chat, but it's been a while, and I've kind of become rusty in the whole live situation. I've been going live with a couple people here and there. You know, I went live with Hoodie Kush the other night. If you didn't see it, make sure you go over to Hoodie Kush's channel, check it out. It was some very insightful conversation back and forth like we always do. You know how brothers do. But I'm just coming on here trying to knock the rust off because we got to get back into these lives. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back into these lives this season. Y'all know how it went last season, having a loss and everything like that, having a couple losses, my brother, then my grandmother. It was really rough. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll let you in on this. Y'all family, I'll let y'all in on this. Every time before my brother passed, every time I would go live, we'd be on here like 3-4 hours. I would get off my live and I'd call my brother video call. And he'd be like, "So did you go live?" I'm like, "Yes, sir. Went live, talked to the Angry Cowboys fan family, chopping it up, doing the thing." And he was like, "Well, turn it on then." So we would watch the live as like a tradition. We would rewatch the live. He would have his questions and everything. I was that close to talking him into being a Dallas Cowboys fan. He was a Carolina Panthers fan, but I was that close in getting him to come to the Star. So he was very interested in the Dallas Cowboys, very interested on what the Angry Cowboys fan YouTube channel, as well as family, was doing and was up to. He didn't get a chance. Excuse me, y'all. He didn't get a chance to get on here and thank you guys for your prayers and everything like he really wanted to. But I'll say it right now. I thank you guys for the prayers that you guys have for me and still have for me and my family as well. I thank you for the condolences, the well wishes, and I thank you guys for being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with me, and I really, really, and truly appreciate that. And, we got some people that's been here from day one. You know what I'm saying? From day one of the Angry Cowboys fan YouTube channel, y'all been here. Y'all have been rocking with me, been supporting me through thick and thin. And, I couldn't be more grateful to you guys. You guys are my family. You guys are extended family, and I love you guys tremendously, always and forever. To the death is Cowboys Nation. So, I forgot how I start out these lives, so getting back to everything, how I started out the lives was I gave shouts out to everybody that is joining me right now. So, Brandy, what's going on with you? Forest Calibration is in the house. How y'all doing? JCT Slice in the building. Yo, what's going on with you? A64 Cowboys fan in the building. How you doing? How you doing? Willie is in the house. What's going on, Willie? What's going on with you? The homie Hoodie Kush is in the building. All right. Rasheem O'Neal, what's going on with you? Keith in the building. Yodi88, how you doing out there? Sounds like a new name. Got to get familiar with it. Danks in the building. What's going on with you, Danks? What's going on with you? Karen is in the building. How you doing tonight? How y'all doing? All right, let's see. Did I cover everybody? I believe I covered everybody. So, Cowboys Nation, how y'all feeling about this past off season? I've been continuously making videos trying to keep y'all up to date and educated as far as, the Cowboys are concerned. And I go on, read y'all comments and everything to educate myself. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I wanted to get on here and I wanted to touch base with y'all. Really, like I said, to knock the rust off and to get this ship sailing once again. Because, man, I missed out. I missed out on a lot of dope conversations between myself as well as you guys. I missed out on some real dope camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? And I miss it. So I just snuck up on here. Quick impromptu live. I don't know if anybody else is live. And that's another thing that I was having an issue with last year. Last year, I would get the gumption, I would get the nerve to be like, all right, I'm about to go live. So I try to set up the whole live, and then I would see 10 other people live. So I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, when can your brother go live? So I've really been trying to figure out when I can go live that's advantageous, not for me and not for any other content creator, but for you guys. You know what I'm saying? That I wouldn't split y'all between content creators coming over to see me or sticking with somebody, you know, whether it's a boss or a tuck or a law or, you know, whoever's going live. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody else does that in the space, but that's my respect that I show, you know. People who trailblaze before me, I'm not going to sit there and cut them off and go live. You feel what I'm saying? But anywho, been making these videos, you know, I actually made 3 in a row when it came to Speakeasy. Made another one tonight having to do with Speakeasy because Speakeasy cannot keep the Dallas Cowboys name out of their mouths. LaShawn Shady McCoy and Emmanuel Lacho, they just doing the most when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. They do the most with the Cowboys, and they don't mention any other type of team except for the Cowboys, except for the quarterback in Dak Prescott. You know, I got a feeling like to the ones that are company guys, to the ones that are straight edge on the straight and narrow, don't do nothing except answer questions, these people know who they can pick on. You come to George Pickens with that bull crap, then guess what? George Pickens is going to respond to you. If you come to Dak Prescott, you hating on Dak Prescott, then Dak just gonna, you know, he gonna brush it off or whatever. But you come to the wrong person, they gonna let you know. So they know who they can pick on. And that's a damn shame, Cowboys Nation. But, you know, I was actually, let me go ahead and dial this back a little bit. I've been seeing this whole Brandon Ayuk thing. I don't know if you guys are on X, you know, checking into the whole Brandon Ayuk thing, but this dude is like, he's 2 sandwiches short of a picnic. He's 2 sandwiches short of a picnic. Real talk. Hey, big time show in the house. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Man, love to see you in here. Appreciate you stopping by, bro. Hey, Sub-Zero in the house. What's going on with you, Sub-Zero? Oh, Rolando in the building. What's going on? Y'all done snuck up in here. I can't forget to shout y'all out. But what was I talking about? I was talking about the Brandon Ayuk situation. Washington Commanders fans are extremely high on Brandon Ayuk. And the reason why I bring this whole Brandon Ayuk situation up is because this can be advantageous for the Dallas Cowboys' quest in winning the NFC East. Why? Because Brandon Ayuk he's a locker room killer. I'm going to keep it a buck. What I've been seeing from those videos, he is a locker room, and I hate to use the word cancer. I'll use virus. He's a locker room virus. So, like you said, Yodi, extremely thirsty. So let the Washington Commanders be thirsty. Go ahead, pick up Brandon Ayuk. Let the San Francisco 49ers just get rid of him so y'all can pick him up. That way he can infest your locker room, and then whenever you come out on the field to come at us, y'all ain't gonna know what to do. Y'all gonna be trying to spam Ayuk. You're gonna have Scary Terry getting mad. We'll take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? But the Dallas Cowboys, on paper this year, man, we look pretty damn good. And I know we've said this in years prior that we look pretty damn good, but this year seems to be the year where there's not too many, how can I put this? There's not too many holes in this defense as we speak right now. I mean, could you get some top-line players in here? Absolutely. Could you get a Max Crosby in here? Absolutely. He would definitely fit on our team and in our scheme. But for what we have right now, the Dallas Cowboys look pretty damn good going into training camp with the 90-man roster, skimming it down to 53 when it's all said and done. So we have some nice talent to choose from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and pull this, let me pull this up real quick. And not even really on the offensive side of the ball. On the defense is really where I'm taking notice. It's really where I'm looking at to see where they're going to shave the positions. You know, who's going to be on the 53-man roster when it comes to the defense. And I will be putting out a video on who I think will make the 53-man roster, who will be on the practice squad, so on and so forth. And hey, you might find some people on there that you were really championing, that you were rooting for, that may not make the team. And unfortunately, I believe I said this with Hoodie Kush live, that there's two guys that I think are on the bubble that may disappoint us as far as the coaches and the team being like, yeah, but no. And I got a feeling that it's going to be Michael Trigg and Trayshawn Holden. I hate that for the simple fact that I want to see both of them out on the field. I love Trayshawn Holden's attitude, his aggression. I love it. It just matches the Dallas Cowboys. But I feel right now with the wide receiver slots that we have, I mean, you got wide receiver 1 and 2, that's gone pretty much. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. Wide receiver 3, you got Ryan Flournoy. So that's gone. So it leaves it up to the wide receiver 4, and if they choose to keep 5, the wide receiver 5 position. You know, so you got Kevontae Turpin that might fall into that wide receiver 4, even though there has been talks. People in Cowboys Nation has said that, hey, I might want to try to deal Kevontae Turpin, you know, bring something of value on the defensive side of the ball to the team. I mean, we do have Jadon Blue that is just as fast, who knows, maybe faster than Kevontae Turpin, and could return kicks. So if that is, you know, if that has a price tag on it, if there's a team out there, if you put Kevontae Turpin on the trading block and some team bites and is willing to give you a nice defensive piece to it, would you trade him? But anyhow, you know, you got Trayshawn Holden, you got Camden Brown, Denzel Mims, You got a lot of Tyler Johnson. I'm seeing Jordan Hudson. All these guys are wide receiver. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Jonathan Mingo. The whole Jonathan Mingo project. Is that gonna work out this year, or is he gonna be another casualty? Is he gonna be that 53-man casualty? That's another video that I might tap into. For real, Cowboys Nation. So give y'all more content during this downtime before training camp. But let me go to the live stream real quick. See if anybody says something. I want to make sure that I stay on top of these comments and everything. You know, y'all know how I do here. I got to keep y'all involved on what's going on. All right. JTC Slice, angry Cowboys fan. Shady was literally laughing at Dak while his guy, Jalen Hurts, isn't being looked at in the best light right now. Man, Jalen Hurts, especially after the stuff that A.J. Brown came out with. I mean, if you look at anything Philadelphia Eagles, Lord Bronson was, I saw a video where he was talking about what A.J. Brown was saying about Jalen Hurts, and I didn't know it ran that deep as far as their relationship, and then the turn on their relationship, and how Jalen Hurts was kind of an enemy to A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown wanted to request a trade after the fourth week of the season. So the whole season, he really wasn't into it. He wasn't in tune with the Philadelphia Eagles. So right now, Jalen Hurts is getting his scrutiny, and maybe it's warranted. You know, because, you know, you got a lot of people that say, oh, Jalen Hurts rise to the occasion. He rose to the occasion in the Super Bowl. I cannot take that from him, nor will I take that from him. But as far as the regular season, he really didn't have to do much. And that's the difference between the Dallas Cowboys and every other team. That is the difference. And the difference being, you can have a team that has a bus driver, you know, somebody that can just don't turn over the ball, you know, ball security, do your job. But with the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott is the bus. Dak Prescott is the person that everybody turns to and says, you have to will us to a championship, to a championship appearance, NFC championship appearance. Forget all that NFC East division champ stuff. We've done that. Seen it, done it, been there. No, we talking about the NFC championship. But Dak Prescott is one of the only quarterbacks that gets all that pressure on his shoulders. And I believe that's something that the Dallas Cowboys really mess up each and every year. It should not be, we're going to go as far as Dak takes us. It should be the entire team. And that's something that Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, has been able to take advantage of. They had a team placed around them, offense, defense, special teams, coaching placed around them with a front office that put their hands up and said, you guys take care of it. When the Washington Commanders went to the NFC Championship game, they had a front office telling the coaching staff, you deal with it. We'll give you the pieces that you need. You deal with it. We haven't had that in so long, Cowboys Nation. We haven't had it in so long, and I believe this year, and I'll give it a little bit more than this year. I say at the trade deadline last year, I feel that Jerry Jones really had an epiphany and was like, man, 30 years of doing it my way has gotten us nowhere. Oh, I see a super chat. I got to get this super chat real quick. Let me get this super chat real quick. All right, Sub-Zero Prime, thank you for the $5 super chat. I truly appreciate it. Man, we back for the first time in a minute. Already got the $5 super chat. Says, I love the way this team is being built. Talking heads are trying to create problems where there is none. This team will do great this season. And see, that's the feeling that I got, Sub-Zero. I love the name, by the way. I'm a huge Mortal Kombat head. But that's what I'm talking about, man. I truly feel that this year, like I said, the start of whenever we got Quinnen Williams at the trade deadline, I was actually down in Arlington, Texas after the damn Arizona game that we lost. And bam, they went and got Quinnen Williams. That's when I feel everything shifted. 30 years of Jerry Jones saying that I can do it my way hasn't gotten us anywhere. So now it's like, how did I win the Super Bowl back in the 90s? How did I do that? I gave Jimmy Johnson complete autonomy over player personnel. I gave him the permission to just do with this team what you need to do with this team in order to get us to a Super Bowl championship. He may not be doing it to the fullest extent of what he did with Jimmy Johnson, but hey, the super chat came up. Good deal. It's still working. All right. But he may not be doing with Brian Schottenheimer what he truly did with Jimmy Johnson, but there's some remnants of it there. You could see it, like especially at the start of this offseason when Brian Schottenheimer went out and he went shopping for his defensive coordinator. It wasn't like what they did last year and say, you know what, here you go. Here's Matt Eberflus. Do with it what you will. They didn't do that this year, and that's something that's extremely different, something that we're not used to, Cowboys Nation, especially if you're like 25 years old and you're just getting into the swing of things with the Dallas Cowboys. This is definitely something that you're not used to. So we getting used to that, getting the defensive coordinator, and what they did with the defensive coordinator, they were like, you know what? You pick your staff. You go out and pick your staff, and if they fall into range, we'll bring them on the team. And the people that Christian Parker picked definitely fell into the range. But one thing that I loved about it is the simple fact that every person that they picked up, from Brian Schottenheimer to Christian Parker to all the position coaches, they're teachers. And you can see that through the OTAs and all the videos that you see on social media where you saw the mic'd up video of Christian Parker and how he's out there literally, physically with these guys, showing them what to do, showing the DBs how to shadow. You know, it looks encouraging. It looks encouraging for this season. And I'll keep it a buck. one thing that myself as well as Hoodie Kush talked about when he allowed me on his channel, much appreciated. Oh, shoot. Never mind. Hold on. Some more people came in. And I know I'm going to lose my train of thought, but some more people came in. Y'all know how I do with that. Eagles, Drew, what's going on with you, man? I just want to if there's any Eagles fans up in here, Drew starting the YouTube channel, Philadelphia Eagles YouTube channel. Make sure you go over there, check him out, subscribe to his channel. I know it's Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles, but let's go ahead and take off our rivalry-colored glasses and show some love and show some support. Hey, much love to you, bro. Coyote in the building. Coyote, what's going on with you? What is going on with you? All right, anybody else get up in here? Anybody else get up in here? Let's see. Ooh. Hello, State. Hey, see, I am so out of whack when it comes to this live right now that I just got sent a gift, and I don't know what that is. Dang, I'm old school with it. Y'all let me know what a gift is. Yo, James Baker, I appreciate the gift, bro. I appreciate it. I don't know what it does, but hey, it warms my heart that you sent it. I appreciate you. Go ahead and hit that with a heart. Thank you, bro. Real talk. All right, let's see. Boom. Let's get back to the live chat. All right. I know I just jumped off of a topic that I was talking about. Shoot, let me see if I can remember. I can't remember. My mind's shot. Anyway. Drew got a question. Let me see. Question. You guys really think Dallas has the talent on defense to compete? There is a severe lack of talent on the defensive side of the ball. How do you know? I mean, I'm keeping it a buck, Drew. How do you know? We have not seen this group of guys, this collective, play. We haven't seen it. We've seen the OTAs and the mini camps and everything like that. We have not seen these guys actually come together and play a down of football. So how do we know that the defense is questionable? I mean, you guys, and I don't want to hear that Christian Parker was a nobody over in Philadelphia because he was the heir apparent to Vic Fangio. If Vic Fangio decided to retire, they were going to promote Christian Parker to their defensive coordinator. Vic Fangio didn't decide to retire, so the Dallas Cowboys went and plucked his ass out of the Philadelphia Eagles roster. So I truly believe that you cannot be any worse than you were last year. This Dallas Cowboys defense cannot be any worse than what it was last year. And last year, we were missing a lot of stuff. We were missing a defensive coordinator that could actually put our guys in advantageous situations. We got a teacher in here now. We got a guy in here that actually likes grits. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cowboys Nation knows what I'm saying. But we have teachers in here now that won't hesitate to teach these guys and to have our defense better than what it was. And I believe that if we have a defense that's at least top 20, this Dallas Cowboys team can and will make it to the playoffs this year. That's all I'm saying. Your offense is off the charts. The offense showed you what it could do, and I believe that in the next go around this year for Brian Schottenheimer, you're going to see more come out of his bag of tricks. You're going to see more. This was year one. So you're going to see more come out of those bags of tricks, and this offense is going to be clicking yet again. Ryan Flournoy, in another year, a different role no less, but another year as a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, wide receiver 3, I believe he's going to be able to eat. And as people say, the best offense is an even greater defense. You can vice versa that too. A great offense is an even greater defense because it keeps your defense off the field. Time of possession. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got another super chat in the building. Yo, Is that Force Calibration in the building? Is it Force Yes, Force Calibration. Thank you for the $9.99. We just gonna call it $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Get out of heart says, I really just appreciate us actually taking time to improve and make moves on this defense. As a fan, it meant a lot. Bam. Nail on the head, Force Calibration. Real talk. Nail on the head. This is something that we are not accustomed to. Like, man, how many years did the Dallas Cowboys actually sit there and not even take the defensive tackle position serious, and definitely not take the safety position serious? We spent a whole first-round pick on Caleb Downs. I have never seen Cowboys Nation all in one voice saying Caleb Downs at the draft. I've never seen that. Every time we went to the draft, it was like, oh no, we got this dude. Oh no. Everybody in Cowboys Nation celebrated when they actually traded with the Miami Dolphins to go one spot. I mean, still, they moved. They went one spot to get their guy. And that's what a lot of Cowboys fans, that's what I've said before. If you want your guy, you go get your guy. And then on top of that, they were able to get their guy, trade, 5th round picks for it, as well as that first round pick to move up. And then they went and wheeled and dealed and got 4th round picks instead of those 5th round picks. Yo, I ain't saying that Jerry Jones is the master, the gambler still, but he showed it during the whole draft process. I was extremely excited about that. But you're right, Force Calibration. I appreciate the way that they took the time. This year, they took the time. Everybody questioned Brian Schottenheimer's hire when they just, they peeked their head out of the door and it's like, hey, Shotty, you can coach, right? Come on down here and be our head coach. It wasn't like that this year. They did their due diligence in bringing the coaching staff here. I believe they did their due diligence in scouting the players that we were looking at in the draft. And then expeditiously went and got their players in the draft. Malachi Lawrence, I'm looking forward to him and seeing what he can do. What's my dude's name? Barham. What's his first name? See, I'm blanking on the first names. All right, let's see. I know I got it somewhere. Oh yeah, Jayshawn Barham, Malachi Lawrence. I'm looking to LT Overton. Let's see what he can do at the defensive end position. We was able to bring Jonathan Bullard in. I was playing Madden and I got the updated roster for Madden 26, and I seen Jonathan Bullard. I was like, where the hell he come from? But I obviously didn't do my digging. But just the additions that the Dallas Cowboys brought this year. Drew, I can't co-sign that with you saying that the Dallas Cowboys defense ain't gonna be nothing. I mean, bringing Otito Abonia in here, bringing Rashad Gary, and I know people want to poo-poo around Rashad Gary, but my thing is this. Go watch Okoye Media stuff. Go watch his breakdowns of Rashad Gary. He can put things definitely into perspective for the Cowboys fan who has questions. Shout out to Okoye Media. He was on Crown Global Media the other day, man. Yo, people moving in Cowboys Nation, and I love to see it. I love to see people winning and eating over here. But let's see, D. Winters, bringing him from San Francisco to be a linebacker, whether it's outside or inside, whether it's a green dot or the outside linebacker. Yo, he has experience at both. Y'all know when what's my guy, Fred Warner, when he went down over in San Francisco, they brought D. Winters in to be that Mike linebacker. So he has chops at that position. And I know that we've seen videos and we've seen pictures of DeMarvion Overshown with that green dot on the back of his helmet. I I got a feeling our defense is going to be okay. One thing that Christian Parker stressed, and I believe Brian Schottenheimer stressed it as well, is that we want players in here that are not only talented, but that are talented between the ears. You know what I'm saying? That have that high football IQ that can start in a cover one and then roll out into a cover three post snap. You know, I don't think we really had that on the team last year. And if we did the defensive coordinator implement it? Because the way things look, we were just so out of place. And that's one thing that I worry about is people, you know, getting the concept, you know what I'm saying, so that we don't have any blown coverages. But anyway, the people that we brought to the team, Kobe Durant, you know, you got him at the cornerback position, a position that we desperately needed, seeing that, you know, Deron Bland had his foot injury and that he had surgery on it, so we really don't know how he's going to be. You know, you've had, what's my dude's name? See, I'm blanking again. Kalen Carson's, I don't know. He might be on the bubble, but we'll see what we see with him. But Siobhan Revel Jr., like I said, this is what I'm talking about. On the Hoodie Kush program, Siobhan Revel Jr. is Christian Parker's pet cat. He is his pet cat ever since the first interview, the first press conference with Christian Parker. He was talking about Siobhan Revel Jr. Getting in his head, getting him hip to the game, acclimated to the game, because he didn't have a true offseason last year because he was dealing with his injury. This year is his first offseason with the Cowboys, his first training camp, and he really didn't have to learn from Matt Eberflus and get tainted from Matt Eberflus. Yeah, he played in a few games, but a few games really ain't going to taint you. Now he has the defensive coordinator that they're going to move ahead with, and he has chops at the DB position. So I feel Siobhan Revel Jr., as well as players like Kobe Durant and Devin Moore and Kalen Carson, Josh Butler as well, if he makes the team, will be able to learn from Christian Parker. And I love the fact that you have a PJ Locke that's staying after practice with Caleb Downs, and he's trying. You can get some of that intensity, some of that know-how to learn from the guys that's actually ahead of the class. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to sit there and peek and look at their test scores to see what they got. You know what I'm saying? You can be there. He can tutor you into being a better player. Force multipliers. That's something that I actually talked about in a video that I did prior. But let me go to the comments real quick. I don't want to miss anything. Oh, see, I'm missing another super chat. Got another super chat in the building from Sub-Zero. Yeah. All right. These boys are not playing around. Competition going on everywhere. No drama. Just hope that these guys enjoy the time off and stay out of trouble. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stay out of trouble. Go to hell home. If you're going to go on vacation, go on vacation. Do what you do. Don't go to Cabo, though, because it seems like Cabo, when you go down there, you come back a bum. So don't go to Cabo, please. But, yeah, stay, do what you do, and get ready for training camp. And, you know, the funny thing is, Cowboys Nation, it was about a month and a half ago, I was curious. I can't make it out to Oxnard because I'm flat broke, but I was curious as to, you know, what hotel could I get that was close to the training camp facilities, you know, the whole field and everything. And I looked at this one hotel. It was right there. But I thought to myself, I'm like, dang, man, the way that's located, the team has to stay here. Because, you know, when you watch these training camp videos and you got the team that's walking out, first and foremost, they're walking out. You got the people lined up beside them. Sometimes they stop and write autographs and stuff. But when they're walking through that spot, they're walking from their hotel. The hotel next to them is the one that they stay at. So I looked up that hotel, and I looked up the dates. I was like, all right, let's just check mid-July. They had that thing blocked off from like July 28th to August 13th. And this was like almost 2 months ago, before we knew, before the NFL dropped the dates of the Dallas Cowboys training camps and joint practices and stuff. So I'm like, okay, July 28th through August 13th, that's when the Dallas Cowboys are going to be at training camp. And then a few days ago, the NFL dropped it and was like, yep, these are the dates. I was like, damn. So the only time, like, if you're looking for training camp dates and stuff, like, for next year, the only thing you got to do is go to the hotel, look to see where they have a whole section that's blocked off from the public. Nobody can check a room, and that's when training camp is. That's where training camp is. So real quick, let me give a shout out to Sub-Zero for the super chats, the $10 super chats, and Force Calibration for the $10 super chat as well. I truly appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for rocking with the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and supporting as well. It truly means a lot. Real talk. All right, let me go back to this chat real quick. All right, y'all know me. Like I said, I love to answer questions. All right, and Jason Farley, what's going on with you? I didn't see you come in. My bad. I appreciate you stopping by. Mr. Get Dirty in the building. Mr. Get Dirty. All right, I hear you. All right, and Jason says, I believe the next 1 to 3 years will be good. Dallas is drafting well. Man, the draft has really been an issue for the Dallas Cowboys. I want to look up I want to do that too. Dallas Cowboys draft history. Let's take a look at the Dallas Cowboys draft history, go over that and see how it ain't been too good. You know what I'm saying? We'll go back to 2023. First round pick, Mozzie Smith. Gone. Second round pick, Luke Schoonmaker. Ain't been doing too much. Then you got DeMarvion Overshown with the third round. He's still here. Vilame Fihoko. He's gone. Akeem Richards. Akeem Richards is gone. Eric Scott is gone. Deuce Vaughn is gone. Jalen Brooks is gone. So out of that whole 2023 draft class, we only have 2 people remaining on the team. I don't know if that's too good. Let's see with 2024. First round pick, Tyler Guyton, still here. Second round pick, Marshawn Nealon. Rest in peace, Marshawn Nealon. Then you got third round Cooper Beebe. Fourth round Maurice Leofau. Fifth round Kalen Carson. Sixth round Ryan Flournoy. Seventh round Nathan Thomas. And I don't know if we have Justin Rogers still. I don't think we do. But 2024, it looks to be all right. If Tyler Guyton can step up in this position battle at training camp this year, really put his foot in and cement his, claim to the left tackle position, then, hey, maybe that could work out. And I know a lot of people are ready to just throw in the towel, ready to wave the white flag on Tyler Guyton, but I'm not one of those guys. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm not one of those guys. I want him to be like a Tyron, like a Tyron Smith. But I understand that it took Tyron 3 years to get to where he's at, to where he was. This is Tyler Guyton's third year. Second, really, without injury. So let's just give this young man a chance. You know what I'm saying? I believe developing is key. You know what I'm saying? I believe developing is key for these young players. And with who we have in the house, I mean, he's even asking, they're asking BT Jordan for advice. What do defensive players look at? What do defensive pass rushers, what keys them off? Things like that. Nathan Thomas has done that as well. And I mean, as far as Cooper Beebe, you ain't got to say nothing about Cooper Beebe. That man, he's a mover of men. You know what I'm saying? So he's cool. Maurice Leofau, that's my pet cat. That's my pet cat. I believe that he will make this team, and I believe that, I mean, he ain't gonna be no Micah Parsons. Let's not, jump out the window. But I believe he will be a nice asset as a rotational piece. He will be a nice asset to give your starter a break and still be able to get a little pressure on the quarterback. Kalen Carson's, I'm hoping he has nobody advocating for him in-house right now as far as the defensive side of the ball, because everybody's turned over and there's nobody in the building now that really can vouch for Kalen Carson's. So he's going to have to get out there and show these guys that he has what it takes to have a star on his helmet. Ryan Flournoy goes without saying. This man, each year he's been a Dallas Cowboy. He has worked his ass off to get to where he is right now, and that's competing for the wide receiver 3 spot. And I believe it's his to lose. I'll keep it a buck. It's his to lose all day long, all day strong. Nathan Thomas, he's putting in his work for the tackle position, and if you got 3 fully capable tackles on your team, you're doing pretty damn good. So if Terrence Steele can get his act together and be a little bit more efficient in the pass protection, we cooking with grease. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and go to the 2025 draft class, where you have obviously Tyler Booker, first round. Second round, Donovan Ezeraku. Then you got Siobhan Revel Jr., Jadon Blue, Shamar James, Ajani Cornelius, Jay Toya, and Phil Maffa. Actually, you also have Tommy Akingbasote. There you go. Tommy Akingbasote. Is Tommy still on this team? Let me see. Tommy Akingbasote. I am not seeing him. I'm not seeing him. So maybe he's not on the team anymore. Defensive tackle. Nope, don't see him. I don't think he's on the team. But anyway, this year, the draft, I think we really nailed the draft. Like that Detroit Lions type of nail in the draft whenever they traded Matthew Stafford away, and the picks that they got, they were able to hit on a lot of them. I believe we hit on a few of these picks this year. Caleb Downs, a hit. I believe Malachi Lawrence is a hit. Jayshawn Barham is a hit. Drew Shelton, I don't know. And plus, I believe he's out for surgery and might not even return to the team. Devin Moore, don't really know. LT Overton, he may be able to be an impact for you. Anthony Smith, I don't see him making the team. I don't see him making the 53-man roster. And that's really all we had for the draft. But, we did some pretty good shit in the draft. I'll keep it a buck. But, all right, let's see. Hey, Willie, what's going on with you? Willie, what's going on with you? All right. What's up, ACF? I'm excited about the Miami Dolphins' complete rebuild. Hopefully we can draft well and develop a winning culture. Speaking of culture, I haven't heard too much from Jerry Jones. That's the great thing. That is the great thing. People haven't heard too much from Jerry Jones this year. And y'all know me. If you've been rocking with the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel for a minute, y'all know that I be on Jerry's top. Whenever he does something out of the ordinary that affects the Dallas Cowboys, I am there to call Jerry Jones out. I haven't been doing too much calling out this year. Why? Because he hasn't been in front of the cameras. He hasn't been doing things to keep the Cowboys' name in circulation. He really hasn't been worrying about that. And I sit back and I'm like, dang. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys have been quiet this offseason. No drama. I mean, except for the George Pickens franchise tag situation, and I'm going to talk about that too. But except for that, there has not been an ounce of drama coming out of the Cowboys organization. And some people can't handle it. That's why you'll have somebody like Speak Easy just coming up with 3 videos about the same topic. I mean, you even have some Cowboys fans that will drum up drama just to feed the beast. And I hate that. I freaking hate that. But you're absolutely right. I mean, Jerry has just got out of the way. Stephen Jones has got out of the way. And I believe what happens whenever those two get out of the way, the culture can be cultivated by the Cowboys. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody's in the way for the coaching staff as well as, the team captains and everybody to establish a culture. That's what I love. All right, let's see. Drew, I'm looking at the team from top to bottom. It's not even close. Dallas can't hold a candle to the talent we have on this team, especially on defense. You're not on our level at all. Drew, yeah, I swear, since Eagles fans won that Super Bowl, boy, nobody can tell y'all nothing. We can't tell y'all nothing. I mean, did you send another one? Okay, good. We can't tell y'all nothing. I mean, everybody, like the Philadelphia Eagles is an elite team, according to Mr. Drew, and that's his team, so I expect him to believe that. But when you come saying that the Dallas Cowboys haven't done nothing, that they can't hold a candle, like, bro, we had a bad defense last year, and we still split with you. If you guys are the standard, y'all got mollywopped in Dallas, and y'all had us down by 21 points, and then come second half, that elite team that you speak about couldn't put a point on the board with a bum-ass defense that we had. So just imagine if the defense clicks. And I know you're doing the whole wishful thinking thing. You don't want our defense to click, because if our defense clicks and our offense is as good or even better than it was last year, hold on to your socks, because we're going for a damn ride. And I'll keep it a buck with you, Drew. I'll keep it a buck with you. The Philadelphia Eagles are not the side in our the thorn in our side this year. Pardon me. The Philadelphia Eagles are not the thorn in our side this year. I've said this before. I believe that the New York Giants is going to give us more fits than the Philadelphia Eagles will. Book it. Write it down. Save this video for later, because I truly believe that's what's going to happen. The New York Giants might just sweep you guys. I'm going to keep it a buck. So we get the advantage of playing them the first game of the season. So they may not have all their bearings with them the first game of the season. And then I believe we play them the last game of the season as well. And hopefully at that point in time, we're setting our starters going into the playoffs. We got to make it to the playoffs this year, Cowboys Nation. I'm going to keep it a bow-wow with y'all. All right, Coyote. Last year, we traded Micah just before week 1. That was a huge loss, but I think a necessary one. Me too. Anyway, we had the number 3 offense with a last-place defense. We are whole on the trade. Yeah, that's exactly what I believe, man. I believe the loss of Micah Parsons, even though he is a great talent. He's a great talent, a transitional talent. Y'all know how I feel about the whole generational tab. A transitional talent, gave him up week 1 of the regular season just before. So we were going to have defensive issues. That was the defensive captain. He did everything to get our defensive captain out of the building, and DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence goes up to Seattle, calls the whole Super Bowl thing, and wins the Super Bowl. But I just believe, and I don't want to be a hater of Micah Parsons. I really want, go, you got your bag, go do what you do, just not against the Cowboys. But I do believe that he had a lot of influence in the locker room, and I believe some of that influence could be thought of as negative influence, especially the way you saw him vouching for players like Trayvon Diggs. You know, when Trayvon Diggs was literally not going with the Dallas Cowboys' advice and staying in the house to do his rehabilitation, that he was going against what they wanted and went down to Miami, keeping people out of the loop except for Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons isn't the one that signs your checks, but the influence from Micah Parsons is what put him in that position. And so if he can influence one player, he can influence many. And if you have a person sitting there on the training table, you know, then you're going to have a number of people doing it. So we can't have that in the locker room. We need everybody to flow as a unit, 53 men as one. And with Micah Parsons in the building, you just couldn't have that. And a lot of people talk about, oh, well, this is talent. You know, I'd have to look past that because of his talent. Nah. Nope. Don't look past anything because of somebody's talent, because that's just bullshit. You know, like, person that's not as talented as, let's say, a Micah Parsons can't get away with stuff, but you're setting a bad example by letting Micah Parsons do it. Nah. So I'm glad that he's kind of out of the building as well. Real talk. I got another super chat, the $4.99 super chat. Extraordinary E901. I appreciate you with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, when is someone going to drop kick Acho? Bow. When is someone going to drop kick Acho? That's all I care about. Sick of dude. Get him off air. I wish nothing good for him. Yo, if these talking heads could have constructive criticism, and like I've said before, you rock with the channel, you know that I'm a fond believer of this. There's constructive criticism and there's destructive criticism. They come on Speakeasy every single time that the Dallas Cowboys is a topic of discussion, and they try to tear them down. I mean, I know you got Kieran Hickey Simple that's on that show, Care Bear, that is a Dallas Cowboys fan, but Care Bear, I don't know if you're enough. You know what I'm saying? You got two people that hate the Dallas Cowboys. Excuse me. I need another person that is pro Cowboys to balance that out. I'm glad that they have somebody like a TJ Houshmandzadeh on the show, so he can be an impartial or not biased type of person. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Acho, I believe he does this strictly for I don't know, just for clout. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that's how Stephen A. Smith got his bag. The only thing you got to do is just get on here and just diss the Dallas Cowboys. There's a hell of a lot more Dallas Cowboys haters than there are Dallas Cowboys fans. So when we talk bad about the Cowboys, you know those haters are going to come on and they're going to hate watch. They're going to watch this with us, give us comments and views and stuff because they hate the Dallas Cowboys. Then you're going to have Cowboys fans coming up in here trying to defend the Dallas Cowboys. So it's a win-win for us if we hate. I hate that. I truly do. I hate that with a passion. And bro really needs to get drop kicked. Keep it a buck. Shoot, you said get drop kicked. ACF. Cup was one of the coaches on the defense. Now he's your defensive coordinator. So what does that mean about what you have as a DC? What that means, what we have as a DC, we have a talented up-and-coming defensive coordinator. He's not just talented because he came to the Dallas Cowboys. He was talented when he was with the Denver Broncos. He was talented when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, what he was able to do with the people that he worked with in those spots. You know, recently it's Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. I mean, even though they have been burnt by the Dallas Cowboys receivers, they still do a great-ass job. They did a great job in the Super Bowl in the year that y'all won the Super Bowl. And so I hope And I have a feeling that what he was able to teach those guys, he's going to be able to teach our defensive backs. So it's not anything. What does that say? Y'all want to be like the Philadelphia Eagles? No, we just took advantage of a very advantageous situation, just like y'all kind of took advantage of bringing Kellen Moore to the Philadelphia Eagles and in turn winning a Super Bowl with Kellen Moore. We're not saying that you're trying to be the Dallas Cowboys. We're just saying that, hey, you picked up a nice coordinator. And I remember that some Cowboys fans was laughing at the Philadelphia Eagles saying, y'all got Kellen Moore. And I told everybody, I was like, y'all might want to chill. Y'all might want to calm down because this might be the place where Kellen Moore clicks. And that's exactly what happened. But see, Drew, that's me having an unbiased opinion whenever it comes to your Philadelphia Eagles. Something that you can't do when it comes to our Dallas Cowboys. But anywho, all right, Coyote says, I think the Giants are young and talented, but the interior defense is weak. It should be exploited. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And we got the tools and the talents to exploit it. I mean, if we could just figure out the running back 2 and 3 situation, if you're going to, because I know we're talking about thunder and lightning, and Brian Schottenheimer likes his big backs, but my thing is this. Are we truly looking for thunder and lightning? Or are we just looking for 2 running backs that could just thump no Diddy, that could just thump the hell out of the defense? I'm a fine believer. I don't like the scat back that can take a run 80 yards to the crib, unless we're down and we got, maybe 5 minutes in the game and they run for 80 yards. Great. But if it's 0-0, we starting out the game, I want 2 bruisers in there that could get me 3.5 to 4 yards a carry, that could keep me ahead of the sticks, that can keep our offense out there and just continuously bruise the defense. You make that defense sweat, you make that defense tired, game is over. And the interior of their defense, the New York Giants defensive front, you let them guys just hammer away at them. You let them guys hammer away at them and don't do too many throws down the field right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't do too many bombs down the field. I know we could do it. I know we have the weaponry to do it, but let these running backs just have a field day. Because when it comes to the 1-2 punch, when it comes to the thunder and lightning, I try to look at the scope of the entire offense. The thunder being the run game, the lightning being the pass game. And whenever you get to the playoffs, all that gets narrowed down and they focus on what you do best. And what the Dallas Cowboys do best? They rely on Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson, Ryan Flournoy. They rely on their pass game to get us to where we want to be. How about we take a page from the Philadelphia Eagles book, Drew, and we rely on our defense and we rely on our run game. That's something I want the Dallas Cowboys to be able to do. Pass game is just that icing on the cake, and that you have a prolific passer of the football to put that icing on the cake, that cherry on top. Like, you ain't got to worry about, oh man, if they shut down the run, will Dak Prescott be able to throw us into, a victory? Yes. The only time that he wouldn't be able to is that, if he's messing with the elements outside, if it's raining or something like that. We saw that with the Buffalo Bills game. Couldn't really get anything off as far as passing, and our run game wasn't too much to speak of, so we kind of got our butts handed to us. But anyway, yeah, man, we just need to run the ball, and when we get to the playoffs, let's go ahead. Y'all want to shut down the run? Y'all better respect the pass. Real talk. All right, let's see. Commanders and Giants are more Super Bowl than the Eagles, people. Have more Super Bowls than the Eagles. Yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles are last in the division when it comes to Super Bowl victories. I know they talk like they got 7, but they only have 2. They only have 2. And no, we're not going back to when the damn league was only 10 teams and people were playing with leather helmets. No. Oh, man. Let's see. Hoodie. Facts, bro. Emmanuel Angry Bird Acho. That's the first one. I ain't heard him called. Oh, shoot. That's hilarious. Let's see. McCoy was trash. Why he talking on Acho? Man, I ain't gonna say he trash because he definitely, even Emmanuel Acho, he made it further than where I did as far as, making it to the league. They made it to the league. I've only played semi-pro. So I can't really hate on them, but when they talk bad about our Dallas Cowboys for absolutely no reason, just to talk bad about them, then I got to say something. This is what this, and I have Cowboys fans in the comment section talking about, why do you listen to this crap? Why you watch this crap? This is what I made my channel off to begin with. When I first made the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel, I said to myself, if these guys can critique these players, then I can critique the guys who critique the players. And that's what I do. It's not that I go and watch them and I love every minute of it. I go because they're talking about our Cowboys. I critique them, but I also give my spin on it, my raw and uncut on it. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Hoodie Kush says, Acho is selective with his Cowboys hate. When Hausch is in there, he's impartial. But when Shady's there, he's super sassy about the Cowboys to look good for his Ninja Turtle boyfriend. Which Ninja Turtle is he? Leonardo or Donatello? But, I've even seen, when Emmanuel Acho was wrong about George Pickens coming to OTAs and participating, that show, TJ Houshmandzadeh was on the show where Acho should have been like, yo, my bad, I apologize, I was wrong. He went out there and he balled. No, he continuously complained about it and, pretty much saying that George Pickens is stupid. But what I've learned is that these talking heads how can I put this? These talking heads will paint a narrative for these agents. And I was actually having a conversation on X where somebody thinks that the agent is just, golden while Jerry Jones is the issue. But I'm like, these agents can have their ulterior motives as well. Don't go into this thinking that it's just the agent is great. He only wants what's best for the player. No, that's not the case. That might be something in the back of his head. Yeah, we got to get the player something that he can live with that's really good for him. But he also has to feed his family. And the way he feeds his family is what these players get signed for. And if I could get a player signed for the max amount or top 5, top 6, then I get more on my check. So if you don't think that these agents are going out there and they're really putting people's feet to the fire, either you give my client top of the market money or we're leaving. You got a rat in your pocket, my dude? You speak French now? Oui. You, bruh. That's why I hate that, the specifics of the T. Higgins situation isn't out there for people to read. What happened with T. Higgins and David Mulugheta that made T. Higgins fire David Mulugheta so he could stay with the Cincinnati Bengals? Because I'm pretty sure that it's protocol for David Mulugheta to be like, all right, listen, they want to put you on the franchise tag. My clients don't play on the franchise tag. That's not happening. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in there and we're going to request a trade. And you're sitting there as the player we going to request a trade? I don't want to be traded. I want to play for this team. But do you want the bag, though? I can get you the bag. No, I want to play for this team. And on some realness, that's what got me really super irritated when it came to George Pickens and that interview where he said, well, David Mulugeta is the boss. And I'm paraphrasing, but he said David Mulugeta is the boss and so on and so forth. And I wanted to really scream it from the mountaintop like, no, bruh, he's not the boss. Don't put that in your head. You have the ultimate say on where you want to be and almost how much you want to play for. Because let's say tomorrow, Steven and Jerry Jones come out and they'll be like, all right, George Pickens, we want to pay you $33 million a year for the next 4 years. How's that sound? We'll give you $120 million fully guaranteed and so on and so forth. And George Pickens is like, yeah, man. I'm really digging that. It's not more than CeeDee Lamb, but it's right there with him, like 1A, 1B. Yeah, I want to do that. But then you'll have David Mulugeta like 33, but I can get you 38 from this other team. Not really understanding that George Pickens is happy where he is. George Pickens is happy in the situation that he finds himself in. George Pickens is just happy. You saw it in pictures. There was this one training camp picture where, not training camp, but OTA picture where you had the whole team that was around. You had Dak Prescott right there, but you had George Pickens. And George Pickens looked like he was in the middle of a belly laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like true laughter, true enjoyment. The only reason why the franchise tag is frowned upon is because talking heads and the fans made it bad. I mean, agents probably say it's bad for the player as well, but all of us, we made it bad. Oh, you don't want to play on the franchise tag. You don't want to play. Like, bruh, I've been playing football for the past 4 years, and the only thing that I brought home was $5 million. This franchise tag is going to give me $27.2 million fully guaranteed. So when this year ends, I will be $27 million richer. Then, you take the taxes and the jock tax and the 3% for David Mulugeta and blah, 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 blah. You are making 4 times more than what you made 4 years in the league. So, I mean, if it was me, I'm not a gambling man, but if it was me, I would definitely bet on myself, show these guys that what I'm made of, what talents I can bring to this organization so that when next year does come and it's time to negotiate, can I get the money that I'm asking for? And don't let the Cowboys make it to an NFC championship game or a Super Bowl or, even win a Super Bowl. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I'm speaking that into existence. But anyway, if that happens, you talking George Pickens, he is going to be in the $40 million range at that point. I'm going to keep it a thou wow with that. He will be in that stratosphere at that point. Oh, we got another super chat. Yo, the homie Drew. Thank you, Drew. Let me heart that. It says, put money up. Eagles win the division. Dallas missed the playoffs. Put money up. What'd I just say? I'm not a gambling man. I'll gamble some push-ups. How about that? If the Dallas Cowboys don't make the playoffs, I'll do 100 push-ups. And, my fat ass, I don't know if I can do that, but I'm going to try. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try. Oh, okay, Hoodie Kush. I see you, Raphael. That's who Emmanuel Acho is. Shoot, I lost the side. That one. But Drew, man, I appreciate you for your support. I appreciate you for the back and forth on TikTok. This man be in my, he be in my DMs with so much Eagle stuff. All right, but anyway, let me get back to these comments real quick. He asked, but CP was the coach, right? Yeah, he was the coach. Now he's our coach. Let's move on with it. All right, let's see. You got somebody Deverez, is that how you pronounce your name? Deverez Worley? Drew, he says, I will bet you the Eagles won't win the Super Bowl. You ready? I mean, y'all say it. Y'all say that the Philadelphia Eagles going to go to the Super Bowl. Y'all were talking about they going to repeat, so go ahead. Take them up on this bet. All right, Coyote says, I got Eagles at 9 and Cowboys at 8, but only because we don't know what we are on defense yet and based off the schedule. Oh, so you got them winning 9, you got us winning 8? I don't know. I really haven't done a prediction video yet, and that's the reason why I haven't done a prediction video is because I don't know what we have on defense, and I really want to see what's going on in training camp before I decide to make that type of video. But if Caleb Downs plays as advertised, if Christian Parker can coach as advertised, Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams can hold down the middle of that line, and Donovan Ezaraku can have a jump, I see us winning more than 10 games. I do. I mean, we might not be 12-5 or something. We might, be 11-6. 10-7. Who knows that? But that might be enough to get the Cowboys into the playoffs. We really don't know. Even Eagles fans don't know what their offense is going to look like without A.J. Brown, with Devonta Smith as the one, with Malachi, what's his name? It's Malik? Lemon, that dude. Yeah, I can't remember his first name. Lemon, you got Hollywood Brown over there. You got a lot of scat wide receivers that love to do slants and dig routes, but the middle of that field is going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky for Jalen Hurts. You think he got what it takes? Have I seen my schedule? Yeah, bro. I got the schedule on my desktop. Yeah, I got the schedule on my desktop. I look at it every day. But I'm not ready to put in a, hey, JVB boy in the house, what's going on? What's going on? But, I'm just not ready to put up a prediction yet. You got a lot of people that has us losing that Baltimore Ravens game. I'm thinking we're going to win that game. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I think we're going to win that game. But, it is what it is. Pardon me. ACF, you're not winning more than 8 or 9 games. Bro, we could have an all-Madden team out there, and you'd say the exact same thing. We could have every all-pro in the league on the team, and you would still say the same thing. Why? Because you can't have an objective opinion about the Cowboys. You can't. It's in your nature. It's in your blood not to give the Cowboys any type of props. There's some that can talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and not be biased. There's some that can't. There's some that can talk NFL football and not be biased about the Dallas Cowboys. But a majority of the Eagles fans, you can't. Hate to say it. Well, let's see. Mr. Get Dirty said, I got our Cowboys going deep into the playoffs. No, did he? Yo, Mr. Get Dirty, I hope that you're right. I hope you're right. I hope that the Dallas Cowboys get to put on that NFC Championship hat. Going to the NFC Championship. And then I hope that they win and we go into the Super Bowl. Because if the Dallas Cowboys, in my lifetime, if they ever go to the Super Bowl, you're going to see my black ass at the DFW. Real talk. And I know that the Super Bowl ain't in the DFW, ain't in Arlington, but I'm going to their practice facility because I know that they would have a watch party outside that facility if the Cowboys ever made it to the Super Bowl. I am going down. And if they were to win, I'm staying in town long enough to go ahead and hit up that whole parade. Let's show people how we do it without having to destroy the city. You know what I'm saying? Let's show the classy cowboy stuff that we can win a Super Bowl and not act like heathens out on the street. Real talk. Man, I tell you, I was actually thinking about this. I didn't make a video about it because I was like, should I make a video? But what I was thinking about making a video on was just witnessing the World Cup and how so many people from overseas, you know, our overseas brothers and sisters, our neighbors, came over to the United States, saw how we lived, not by TikTok or Facebook or X or anything. They saw how we live. They see the culture, the multiple cultures that make up the United States. And it really got me thinking, Cowboys Nation. It got me thinking, like, during the World Cup, I have not seen too many videos where fans are beating each other up. I haven't seen too many videos of people destroying property. Like, I've seen fans from different teams getting together. You know, they talk their crap during the game, but after the game, they're holding up each other's country's flags, you know, doing things like that. And I'm like, man, why can't the NFL fan be like that? You know, we get pissed off because these guys at the end of the game, they're going over, they're exchanging jerseys and stuff. We are far from the days where it used to be war between the team the entire year. We're not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, after the last whistle is blown, boop, it's on to the next team. But let's say, like with the Eagles fan, it's 24/7, 365. They hate the Dallas Cowboys, and it's 365 always talking negative about them. Me, y'all don't rent that much space in my head for me to negatively talk about y'all all the time. So I just don't understand that. Like, why can't we sit here and have camaraderie, have adult, real conversation about football? Excuse me. You know, have real conversation about football instead of just the BS of the rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Why does that have to happen? You got these people coming from overseas. They picking up the stadium behind themselves while we just leave our popcorn stuff and our drinks and stuff and just litter the place that we are fans of. Why can't this happen in the NFL? Why can't we be a complete brother and sisterhood of NFL fans? It's just yet another way of division in a time where a lot of people are divided, and it sucks. Those that know the Angry Cowboys fan, y'all know that I rock with unity. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, whether it's Cowboys fans coming here and getting some Cowboys content, I rock with unity. I'm not going to sit here and talk down to anybody because I feel I know more than them. No. I'm about unity. I'm about us getting together and having a conversation. You know, y'all, if I don't have the number or bringing anybody up, I'm trying to figure that out again, too. But if I'm not bringing anybody up, I want to read in the comments your guys is raw and uncut, so I learn from you as well. You know, if you're a Cowboys content creator or a content creator in general, I want you to be the best content creator that you can be. You know, get more subscribers than I can, get more views than I can, feed yourself and your family. That's what I'm into. And I'm willing to bring anybody up and help them up the ladder, even if it means stepping on my back to get up there. That's what I'm about. And I just wish that, I guess, the NFL fan base could be about the same thing, if you feel what I'm saying. But, yo, it's 12:16 on the East Coast. I got on here just to really test the waters, to test going live again, to get back into the swing of things, going live. And I appreciate everybody that came here, stopped by, and just showed love and just show love to the Angry Cowboys fan, man. I truly appreciate y'all. It's going to be a good year for the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be a good year for Cowboys Nation. And Sub-Zero, I will be doing more lives. I won't be going live this late. Yo, what's going on, Roy? What's going on, Roy? You missed the live, but hey, we're glad you're here now. But I will be going live more this year. I believe I got myself in a better spot, you know. Let y'all know real quick. I got him right here, you know what I'm saying? I got my brother right here. He always looking over me, watching over me, so we strong up in here. So we definitely gonna try and continue to go live throughout the season. We'll talk about the watch parties as far as, you know, game day is concerned, because, you know, you have your heavy hitting content creators that go live, and I don't want to go live and watch the game by myself. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to continue to etch my mark into this content creation space. I want to continue to have a better rapport with you guys, a better relationship, a deeper relationship. I just want to be DC for life, and I want to enjoy your guys' company and vice versa. But once again, I thank you. It's a weekday, so most of y'all got to get up and go to work tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night. But like I said, salute to each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen out there, for tuning in to the Angry Cowboys fan. We're definitely going live much more this year, and we're going to keep pumping out this raw and uncut. But until then, everybody, I truly appreciate y'all. What'd you say, Roy? Go live, and I'll make sure I'm on time. Absolutely. This was impromptu. You know, this was an impromptu live. I didn't, you know, give a forewarning that I was going live. I just popped up. And I'm glad that all you guys could just come and show your support. I thank you so much. But until the next time, this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. If you have not checked out the video that I dropped today, please, I highly advise that you go check it out. It's a good one. And of course, it's about Speak Easy. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And if anybody don't know what this is an R in sign language for my brother. And I'm out, y'all. Peace. Y'all know I do the post-credit scene. Y'all know I come back on here for a quick second just to say I love you guys. Thank you for everything that you do. And like I said, I'm going to wash my shirt and put it on again tomorrow. So if you see me in a video with this shirt on again, it's because tomorrow, well, today, right now, is the anniversary of Michael Jackson's passing. So shout out to the king of pop. Miss you. Wish you were still here. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And we out.